Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from the One Reigns Fangirl channel. I have been really delaying this video and I'm so happy I get to do it today. Like, I'm gonna rank the Degrassi seasons from worst to best. And I am so excited to do this video because I haven't made any Degrassi content in a minute. And I'm gonna get back in my mood for Degrassi content because I have so many more topics and rants that I want to make. And this is literally the first one I'm marking off my list. No shade. And what inspired me to make this video is because I've been watching my man, one of my favorite YouTubers, Unusual Eric. He do reaction videos for Degrassi, so please check him out. If I can, I'll try to leave his YouTube channel in the description if I know how to, if I know how to do it. But please check him out. He makes some really good reaction videos, and he kind of inspired me for why I want to do do my ranking today because I've been watching his Degrassi videos, and it kind of put me back in that mood for my love for Degrassi. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into this ranking. So, coming in at number 14 for the worst season for Degrassi. The worst fucking season for the show is season 14. Y'all already saw my video. Some of y'all watched it. I gave y'all reasons why this season sucked, why it's not good, and it's not. Some fans say it's an improvement from season 13. I fucking disagree. I feel like the seniors were in school for way too long. Drew did nothing this season. He was a supporting character. Allie did nothing in this season. She was a supporting character. The only senior who got storylines in this season was Claire. And Eli too, and he wasn't even part of the cast anymore. He wasn't in school. Like the fuck? Some of y'all can say, oh, what about Drew? Drew had a storyline being the baby father. Yeah. Yeah, he was a supporting character in that storyline because let's be honest, the baby wasn't his. And when we found out the baby wasn't his, what the fuck did they do with him? Nothing. He went back to being fucking irrelevant. So like I said, he was a supporting cast member. No seniors had any storylines other than Claire, and that shit irritated me. The seniors were in school for way too long. I was overseeing the seniors at this point, and I was more interested in Miles and Maya and Zig. I was more interested in their storylines. The fucking Degrassi new storyline was by far disgusting. It just was ridiculous. Like, the storylines in season 14 were absolutely at their worst. They were horrible. They were trash. They were filth. I don't recommend this season. I can literally rewatch Degrassi and literally skip the last season because it's like PTSD for me. Like, ooh, it's like all the worst shit ever. Yeah, the worst season for Degrassi. For those who say it's an improvement for season 13, I fucking disagree. It's nowhere near an improvement. Coming in at number 13 is season 8. So like I just said, I've been watching my new YouTube channel, Unusual Eric's reaction videos. And no cap, when I be watching season 8, like his reaction to the episodes, I have no clue what the fuck is going on. Like, some of that shit that he like, some of the episodes he watched season 8, I have no clue. Like, I don't remember any of it. And what's so crazy is that when I rewatch Degrassi, I do watch season 8 and 9, but then it's like, when I watch his videos for those specific seasons, I don't remember any of that stuff because when I first did my first rewatch of Degrassi for not watching it for so long, I watched all the seasons. But then when I went back and rewatched it, as many times as I did, I skipped over season 8 and 9 because when I watched them the first 2 times, they were just boring as hell. Nothing is really going on in season 8. It's just boring. Like, I can't give y'all one storyline, one plot point, nothing. I don't remember anything from season 8. Like, my brain is completely dead thinking of this season. So it's at the bottom because I don't remember it, and because when I did watch it, it bored me to death. Period. Be offended, don't be offended. I really don't give a shit. This is my list. Coming in at season 12 is also season 9. Season 9 for Degrassi was just all over the place. Storylines were all over the place. That was like the season 14 for Degrassi before season 14. Like, I don't know if the writers took drugs, sniffed something up their nose, but the writing was just everywhere and it was just too much. Again, a boring season. Like, I really was going to stop watching Degrassi after season 9. But then when I watched the Shark in the Water promo for season 10, that kind of got me back into the groove of maybe I could be like, okay, let me just give this one more chance, like let me get into this. In season 10, it did like restore that. It did restore it for me. I will say that. But for the most part, season 9 was boring. It was boring. I'm just sorry. It was just fucking boring. Season 8 and 9 were fucking boring. It's nothing really much I can say about the seasons because it was really nothing. It's like really nothing to really talk about. They were boring. Sorry to say it. And then coming in at number 11 is season 7. Season 7 for Degrassi was cool. It wasn't all that, but it was alright. Like, it was some things in this season I liked. I liked the Darcy sexual assault storyline. I liked the Manny and Jay's relationship. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened this season that I really, really liked. Spinner's cancer storyline is a bit iffy to me. And the reason why I say it's iffy because I feel like it kind of happened out of nowhere. Like, I feel like him having cancer kind of came out of nowhere. And then when you watch the season, it's never really talked about again. Like, I don't think they ever said if he ever got into readmission or not. I just feel like they kind of dropped the storyline. And him and Jane kind of got together, like, out of nowhere. Like, I don't remember their relationship at all. Like, when season 7 come on, off top, they make it seem like they've been talking since the last season. And it's like, what? They just came to this school. I don't understand. Why the fuck would Degrassi even allow a school that had something to do with one of their students literally getting murdered, even co-ed? That don't even make sense. Like I said, season 7 started all that bullshit for season 8 and 9 for it to be boring and all that. Like, I just don't really remember it. Excuse me. I just don't, like, season 7 was cool. For the most part, if it wasn't those storylines I just named, it was really a bunch of filler and not really much to talk about for real. Like, this is the OGs are finna graduate, so they trying to get interested in the newer cast, and they were alright, I guess. Like, Anya, Sav, Holly J. I didn't really care for them, so that's why I say season 7 is cool for those specific storylines I said. For the Darcy sexual assault storyline, Manny and Jay's relationship, and Spinner's storyline having cancer was alright. Them the only storylines that really carried the show. Other than that, if it wasn't those three, I really didn't give a shit. Because like I said, it was more filler than anything. So that's that. And I forgot to mention this. In season 8 or 9, whatever season it was, why the fuck did Degrassi write Declan and Fiona's sibling relationship incest? Was I the only one who feel like it was kind of incest? That's how I feel because it's the way they have Fiona talk. Like, she acted so weird when it came to Declan. Like, she didn't want Declan to be with Holly J. I don't know, it was just weird. She didn't want him to be with Holly J. She kind of acted weird when he would pick her over hanging out with his sister. Like, you're my sister, you're not my girlfriend. I don't know. I just feel like in season 9 that was kind of always weird to me. But whatever. So yes, coming at 11 was season 7. Coming at number 10 is season 1. Now, season 1 is on this list is at number 10 specifically for nostalgia. I feel like it's not the worst season, but I also feel like if I would have watched season 1 on TV as it aired, I probably want to continue watching the show because there really isn't much to talk about from season one. That's like childlike era. Wasn't really like much drama. Wasn't really much of anything going on just yet. The only thing I can say I really liked about the first season was the build up to Sean and Emma. They gave us one of the most iconic relationships ever in Degrassi history. So for that, I have to love season one. But other than that, ain't really shit to talk about for real. For like they children, they doing kitty shit. I'm not here for the kitty shit. I want to see drama. I want to see messy shit. And unfortunately, they couldn't give me that in season one. So therefore, it ranks low at this list. Um, Coming in at number 9 is season 10. Now, I ranked season 10 a little up on my list because when I first did my rewatching for Degrassi, I specifically watched season 10 through 14 because those were the seasons I didn't remember. And I watched them specifically because when I watched Degrassi Next Class, I had no idea who those generation of children were. So I had to see when the fuck did they come in. So I decided, let me start with season 10. And I actually like season 10. Season 10 is cool. 40 episodes was a lot. I think there's 40 or 45 episodes. I'm not really sure. But yes, season 10 is when they really did, like, they started doing the 40 episodes and stuff like that. Like, 44 actually. They have 44 episodes in this season. That's a lot. Like, 44 episodes is a lot. And trust me to believe, no, I didn't watch every episode in season 10. Yeah, I did it. I watched the episodes that had drama in it and that were good. And this season we get our first ever transgender teenager in history. We get introduced to Adam in this season. We get introduced to Drew this season. For the most part, the drama in this season is it's kind of laid back for real. Like, it's cool. Like, there was something in the season I didn't care about. Like, I didn't give a fuck about Sav and Holly J's relationship. I didn't like how Holly J tried to make it seem like that Declan sexually assaulted her. I didn't like that at all. I wasn't fucking with that because that's not what it was at all. You and him sitting on the couch, y'all was talking about the memories of y'all old relationship. One thing led to another and y'all had sex. I mean, I feel like she tried to tell Fiona it was sexually assault because she felt guilty about hurting Sav. And it's like, girl, if that's what you was feeling in the moment, you could have said it. But to say that this boy that you been in love with or that you had love for in the past just would do some shit like that to you, girl, you're foul. Like, why did the writers do that? I was not fucking with that. I did not like how she tried to make it seem like he took advantage of her. I was not fucking with that. Like, at the end of the day, you could have just said I felt guilty for her to Sav because he really helped her get over Declan and made her happy when she was feeling down. She could have just been like, I felt bad because I hurt Sav, because he really was fucking with Holly J like that. But to make it like it was something, then when it wasn't, I wasn't fucking with that. So, as far as Sav and Holly J's relationship go, them not being serious, whatever they were doing, fling, not fling, I didn't really care for that. We get introduced, I forgot, we get introduced to Bianca this season. Bianca was kind of like here and there on the screen. She kind of was like a rebellious kid getting into trouble and shit. Like, we kind of see her. The very first episode, I would say, you kind of really get to know what her character is really when she did the shit that she did to Adam. Some might say when she started dancing, when Allie wanted to really fuck with her like that and be her friend. I disagree, because she didn't really do much in the episode. But in the episode when she found out that Adam was a trans, that's when we really get to know what type of character she is and things like that. And then we get her and Drew. We get the build up of her and Drew in this season. We get the build up of Claire and Eli in this season. So it was a lot of good stuff this season. A lot of episodes I like. Definitely more drama wise than season 8 or 9. Like, they really amped it up with drama. And because since they did 44 episodes and made some of the storylines that they did, they were able to drag them out a tad bit longer, which was definitely okay with me. And I always find it funny that in this season, when Drew came in here, they wrote him as a villain, and then after that, he kind of like stopped being a villain, because I was kind of fucking with him being a villain and things like that. What else happened in this season? Oh, Jenna and Casey. Jenna gets pregnant. this season. Fiona is still here. She's boring as hell. And Anna is still here. She gets no storylines. I don't care for her character. Fiona has a drink. Like, Fiona was never interesting to me. Like, I never really gave a fuck about her character. She was in this show for too long. Like, what the hell? It got to the point, it was like, what grade was she in? I don't get it. So yeah, I can rank season 10 a little higher, because back when I watched it, I really did like it. Now, back when I rewatched it a couple of times, yes, the season is long, it's cool, but yeah, I could rank a little bit higher. Coming in at number 8 is season 11. I like season 11 a tad bit better than season 10. Um, this season has 45 episodes. Whew. I like this season a little bit better because they opened off with a bang. We get the boom 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 pow episodes. You know, Drew want to sneak out, go to this club with Bianca, Dave, Casey, Jenna, and shit like that. And you know, she went into one of her exes, and you know, he tried to sexually assault her, and Drew had to fuck him up, and then Bianca ended up killing him. So it was just like a lot of drama, so quick, so fast. Definitely one of the best premieres. I definitely one of the best premieres, hands down. This season wasn't bad. I just feel like the first half with Eli being obsessed with Claire got really annoying real quick. Like, it really irritated the fuck out of me because they literally made that the first half. The first half of this season, I definitely can say for this season, the main storylines for me in season 11 that was Eli being obsessed with Claire and him and Imogen having some weird ass relationship, and Jenna and Casey struggling with the fact of them being parents. I actually really liked today's storyline because when I first watched season 11, I was so fucking upset when they gave that baby up. But then it was like when I rewatched it, they needed to get that baby up because the baby was the only reason why they stayed together, and that baby deserved to be in a happy home with two parents who actually wanted a child. Casey didn't want to be a father. Jenna didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. She actually wanted to go back to being a teenager. Y'all can say, oh, they reasons were selfish, but it's like you don't know unless you in they shoes. You don't you can never say what someone doing is selfish unless you walking in their shoes. And if I feel like if I was Jenna or Casey, I probably would have done the same thing. If I'm a mom and I know I'm not ready to be a mother, why would I give a kid a crappy life? I want the kid that I bring into this world to be happy and to have a mother who is ready. Not a mother who is struggling and unhappy and is unhappy being a mother in some unhappy relationship. That's just no. So I feel like what they did was right. And I feel like Casey wasn't shit. He was a piece of shit cheating on that girl while she taking care of his baby at home. Man, he about to get the fuck out of here. But I will say, when they had to give him up, it definitely was emotional. I cried because you can definitely tell that they love Thomas, but they just couldn't give him the life that they really, really wanted to give him. They weren't ready to be parents. So I definitely feel like when they gave him up, I always cried because it's just one of those. It was a very emotional moment because it's very sad but also very powerful. So it's definitely one of those moments that really like hit on my heartstrings a little bit with them giving the baby up. And then in this season, we also get Claire dating her step brother. I don't know who idea it was to write that, but that was just dumb. This relationship was stupid. It was unneeded. It was unnecessary. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and make sure I don't forget to put them on my list of couples that I cannot stand, because I literally can't stand them, because them as a couple made no sense. It just felt disgusting, and it felt like a storyline that should not be in Degrassi. Like, Degrassi, since when did y'all write in relationships that siblings? That didn't make sense to me. So yeah, they definitely are a relationship that I'm putting on my list of couples I can't stand. I'm trying to think of some more storylines in this season. Allie did nothing this season. Drew had PTSD in this season. Dave and Allie break up. They get back together. In this season, we get introduced to Maya, Zig, and Tristan. This is their freshman year. This season was really long, like very long. If I had to say the main three storylines in this season, I feel like were like that were important. It would have to be the Jenna and Casey storyline with the baby, Eli's obsession with Claire, Drew PTSD, him, him, Katie's drug addiction, him and Bianca, the back and forth, like all them storylines gave. This season, they wanted to give all them extra characters who didn't matter all them storylines, and I really didn't give a fuck. Let them graduate and let's move the fuck on. Simple as that. But yeah, I could put season 11 at number 8 because it really was a season I really and truly dearly enjoyed. Now, I have season 2 coming in at number 7 in season 2. Now, I'm kind of curious on why I ranked this far because I don't really have much to say about the season because to me, this season only had 2 storylines that I felt like were really like interesting, and that was we get the induction of Craig's character this season. We find out his dad is abusing him. Craig really carried this season with his dad, like the first 2 episodes being about him getting abused, and then at the end of the season, his dad dying and him dealing with grief. And then I feel like Paige's sexual assault storyline also carried this season. I feel like those were the main 2 storylines that carried this season. Other than that, it ain't really shit to talk about this season, so I'm surprised I really ranked it up this far, but it is what it is. Coming at number 6 is season 13. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I actually like the new generation for Degrassi. My only nitpick with them is that the seasons can be long, and that they did stop doing like important storylines and stuff like that. I'm gonna get into all that when I make my rant. But they did stop doing important storylines. I actually like season 13. As far as season 13 go, I actually liked season 13. I think the first half is kind of boring though. I will say that. I will keep 100 and say that like the Paris episodes and all that was kind of boring. The Paris episodes was boring. This season we get introduced to Miles' character. We get introduced to Zoe's character. Adam dies in this season, which was stupid. Drew and Bianca break up in this season, which was stupid. So this season they did a lot of stuff I did not like. Maya and Miles are together, which was dumb. They're literally a couple I cannot stand because it was just this back and forth to totter, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. It was just over it. Like at this point, I really wanted Maya with Zig, but yet Degrassi likes to test our patience. So that's the main reason why I can rank this season up at number 6, because I feel like when it came to drama, this season was at its all-time best when it came to drama. Definitely up there from one of the seasons that had really good drama. I won't even cap to y'all. It really delivered when it came to drama. Like, even if it did storylines I did not like the whole Claire, Eli, and Drew bullshit, I didn't like that, but it was drama. So I like the Maya and Miles relationship, fucking drama. So they had a lot of relationships in this season that relationships. They had a lot of drama in this season that I really, really liked. If it was Zoe's sexual assault storyline was great. If I had to say the only things I didn't really like about this season, I didn't like Adam's death. That was poorly written and it was stupid. I mean, Adam barely got any screen time, any character development. He was used as a supporting character since the season he got introduced. Adam barely ever got any like storylines for real. And I mean, he did, and I'll get into that. The main, like in season 10, he did get a storyline about the 2-part episodes of My Body Is a Cage. Him wanting to be a guy, but his mother and all that are not comfortable with him being trans just yet. But I feel like Adam was used as a supporting character. Like he never really got all that screen time. He never really got much character development. So to kill him off was just stupid. That was just dumb. I get it. They were trying to show the consequences when it comes to driving and things like that. But still, it was poorly written. And I did not like the domestic abuse relationship between Allie and Leo. It was just dumb. Like that whole relationship, Degrassi tried to romanticize it, and it was problematic from the start. How old is this guy? How old is he? So wait. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Allie's parents has a problem with her dating high school boys, but they don't have a problem with her dating some older ass man that she met at a whole nother at a whole nother place. Like, come on, make it make sense. She met this dude while she was in Paris, and then this nigga followed her home. That's mad weird. Mad weird. She should listen to Claire and Jenna. Why she feel like it was being judgy? No, bitch, you need to start listening. Allie was hard-headed as fuck, and she really lost herself whenever it came to a nigga, and that shit really irritated me. But yeah, I fuck with season 13 heavy. It's one of the main seasons I always go back and rewatch when I want some drama, when I want some tea. Because when it comes to drama, it really fucking deliver. I don't care what nobody say. It's number 6 on my list. Coming in at number 5, we got season 5. Now, I just got done rewatching season 5 not too long ago. And I honestly can say that this is a good season. Like, it was a really good season. Like, it's a lot of good stuff in this season. This season opened up with 2-part episodes with Manny wanting to be in a movie business. You know, she wants to be an actress. She's dealing with insecurities. This new guy, Peter, comes into town, takes advantage of her while she's drunk, exposes her boobs all over the internet. You feel me? Her parents kick her out. And then this season we get the teasing of the relationship between Paige and Alex. We get the Liberty and JT back and forth pregnancy storyline. Her giving the baby up. All of that gave what it needed to give. Period. We get Emma's eating disorder in this season with anorexia. That was so good. I'm trying to think what else happened in this season. I think that's it for real. Like, them were the main storylines that carried this season for real. We get Ellie. Ellie is in love with Craig this season. Oh my god, this season was just so good when it came to drama. The only thing that irritated me in this season was putting Craig back with Manny. Nobody wanted that. I didn't want that. You literally had an opportunity to put Craig with Ellie and you put him back with Manny. I don't get it. But yeah, season 5 definitely deserves the spot and is in. Definitely at number 5. And then coming at number 4, we got season 4. Season 4 is one of those bad bitches for Degrassi. It's one of those ones. Season 4 for Degrassi was so good. We get Paige losing her case in court in this season. Ellie moves in with Sean because her mother is an alcoholic. Manny steals Spinner from Paige. Rick shoots the school up and he ends up shooting Jimmy, paralyzing him. So good. What's else in this season? Let's see. Oh my god. Craig gets diagnosed with bipolar disorder in this season. There's so many good shit in this season. Emma start giving Jay blowjobs for bracelets in this season. So good. It's a lot of good storylines this season. Sean leaves and moves back in with his parents because of the shooting and the PTSD. Like, this season was really good. Like, this season was great. Way better than season 5. Way better. Season 4 is one of the ones. It's one of those bad bitches. Period. So definitely deserve the spot it needs to be in. And coming in at number 3 is season 12. I fucking love season 12 for Degrassi. To me, this is the best season for the newer generation. When it comes to spacing out your cast, your storylines, and knowing what to do, what's important, this season was at its best. This season only had 40 episodes, and it gave those characters, it knew who their characters were for this season, and it gave them storylines and all of that. And I absolutely love that. Period. We get introduced to Cam this season. Cam is dealing with depression. Maya and Cam get together this season. We also get some action in Maya and Zig this season. We also get Drew cheating on Bianca with Katie at the party because he was drunk. Drew and Bianca getting engaged this season. Drew has concussions. So good. This season was really good. Like, there's really nothing bad I can say about this season. Nothing at all. This season was really great. Cam commits suicide this season. Like, oh my god, this season was like really jaw dropping, mind blowing. I absolutely loved it. Yes. Um, Sorry, y'all, I had a delay. Yeah, coming at number 2 is season 6. I absolutely love season 6 for Degrassi. I feel like season 6 for Degrassi is one of my favorite seasons. I absolutely loved it. There's like nothing bad I can say about this season. Like, it was just so good. Season 6 was like a really good season. Like, sit down. Sorry, y'all. That's my fucking dog being bad. Anyway, whew. Season 6 for Degrassi was a really good season. It's definitely one of my favorites. To be honest, it's a season I can watch by itself without having to watch all the other seasons. Like, Craig comes back this season. He's doing coke. He kissed Ellie, telling her he got feelings for her. JT gets stabbed this season. He ended up dying. Sean comes back to town this season. Peter puts Darcy on the internet for predators. Sean goes away to the military this season. Man, this season was good. Alex started stripping this season. Paige is dealing with anxiety when it comes to college. Like, this season was good. It only had 19 episodes. It was short, and like season 12, it knew who its cast members were, and it only focused on no certain characters. So I absolutely love it for that. And then coming at number 1 is season 3. Season 3 for Degrassi is the baddest bitch. This season to me really knew who their characters were, ran with it. This is when I knew Degrassi knew they were gonna be teen drama and they were gonna run with that shit, and I absolutely love it because yes, we're gonna be teen drama. Period. Like this season has some really good stuff. We get the iconic love triangle between Craig, Manny, and Ashley. Craig gets Manny pregnant. She ends up having an abortion. Mm. Sean and Emma end up breaking up this season. Sean still Spike. He still Snake's laptop. Um, Ellie starts self harming. Rick puts Terry in a coma. Whew. This season was really good. It's definitely my favorite season from the OG era, period. So that's my list, y'all. That's my Degrassi list from worst to best. I really enjoyed making this video. I've really been delaying it, but I'm happy I finally got it out there. My next video will be me talking about my irritation with Degrassi not doing important storylines, and then I'm also going to be going on a side rant talking about the double standards fans hold up when it comes